All right, I'm going to get to my first pick here. I'm going to go. This was hard. We had to whittle down. Olivia Harlan Decker and Giannis Papas joining us earlier, which was awesome. But that means we only get to pick 2 games instead of 3. This was the one that I'm going to hold on to. Chargers at Ravens. Chargers are 2.5-point dogs in this one. This is something I've talked about a lot, Casey. I feel like we're still having home field overrated just a little bit. Ravens are awesome. Ravens are a very good team. They deserve to be 4-1. There's no question about that. And sometimes teams that maybe are this close to being 2-3 or this close to being 1-4 get to the other side of that because they have a transcendent quarterback. And that's what we're talking about with the Baltimore Ravens, because that could easily, with a bounce here, a bounce there in a couple of their games this season, we could be talking about a 1-4 or a 2-3 Ravens team really without much change to what's actually happened in their games. But they're 4-1 because Lamar Jackson is just that good. This is a different beast that they're going up against, though, in the Los Angeles Chargers. You don't get away with the style of play they had against the Colts last week and come back and beat the Chargers. You don't get away with some of the things that they've done earlier this season where they've had incredibly slow starts offensively and come back against a team like the Chargers. You're also talking about the Ravens coming off a Monday night overtime game where they really had to play it out in a big, tough way. And let's talk about the fact they had to come back from 22-3 in the second half. I mean, that was a furious, let's call it, 35 minutes or so of actual just football time, on field time for that team on both sides of the ball. And now they're going up against this Chargers team that, looks like one of the 3 best teams in the NFL right now, one of the 4 best teams in the NFL, something like that. And the Chargers are getting the points here. And I just think this overrates the value of home field. So I feel like simply, KC, I'm getting the better team with points, and I don't care where this game's being played. If I'm going to get the better team with points, that's something I'm going to take. The Chargers, I think what they do offensively, a little bit more reliable, a little bit more bankable. I think what they do defensively, just flat out better than the Ravens. I mean, you could argue the other side of the offense, and you would have a leg to stand on. The Chargers are simply a better defense than what Baltimore brings to the table. So again, better team, getting points, don't care where it's played. Give me the Chargers.
I like the idea too that the weakness of the Chargers defense is the running game. They are run defense. They've had problems there, but that means Baltimore is going to try and play close to the vest game, which, hey, they tried to do that early Monday night and it didn't work against Colts. They tried it and it blew up in the face. So I think that the setup for the game personnel wise is also going to lean towards the Ravens trying to go run heavy. And if they do, I like the Chargers better in that matchup because it takes away. Now you got Lamar Jackson just running the ball instead of throwing it. And he doesn't want to throw against a Brandon Staley defense anyway.
Sake of transparency, I will say I'm starting Latavius Murray in a couple of fantasy leagues because of the weakness of that Chargers run defense, but still feel very good about the Chargers and the 2.5 points that they're getting in Baltimore.